Yes, we are live. I'm recording this right now as a raw footage thing for the ElseNerds because first off, we haven't done anything last week. We're not planning on really doing anything this week. We might even take next week off too for the holidays. So, first off, happy Christmas, happy holidays, many happy returns for everyone who is watching from the ElseNerds from the Galactic Network families to you. Um, but this is big news here, guys. As some of you might have heard, Disney has acquired 21st Century Fox's film and TV studios for 52 billion. Sorry, I feel like I need to say that right. 52 billion dollars. For the audio listeners, I just did my Dr. Evil impression where I'm including the pinky to the side of the face. Um the arrangements. Now, I asked when this first came out, I asked for some opinions from the other guys, much like we did with the news of a female doctor, and Who Knew in Review did a special with that. Well, Daryl returned in kind. So in a minute, I'm going to play his reactions to this. But I'm going to first off, and then I will say my reactions as well. But before that, I want to give you guys the details. So the basically, and this could take anywhere from a year to 18 months. So the people who are like, Marvel movies will be good again, they'll have the X-Men, blah, 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 all that, hold your horses. The agreement covers the movie studio 21st or 20th Century Fox, the company's TV production arm, 20th Century Fox Television, Fox-owned cable networks, including FX and National Geographic, the company's stakes in international networks like Star TV and Sky, which Daryl talks a little bit about that, which Fox is planning to acquire full ownership of before the sale is completed. So Disney is going to own Sky broadcasting over in the UK. Disney will also gain a majority control of Hulu in the deal, basically adding to their 30%, with Fox's 30% giving them 60%. Comcast and Time Warner will be reduced to minority stakeholders with 30% and 10% stakes, respectively. As part of the deal, Disney CEO Bob Iger is extending his time as CEO of the Walt Disney Company through 2021. The big thing with this though is Fox is breaking out their some of their companies. So what won't Disney be getting with this? Well, they will not be getting Fox Sports 1 or Fox Sports 2. They will not be getting the Fox News and the Fox Business brands, but they will be getting, including on the TV channels, the Fox regional sports. So Fox Sports Detroit, Fox Sports Pittsburgh, those type of channels Disney will now get. I'm going to talk about that after we hear from Daryl. The other part of this is Disney is going to get 21st Century Fox's various production companies and distribution networks, but also the intellectual properties. This means for the Marvel fans, the X-Men and Fantastic Four are now back under the stewardship of Marvel Studios. The Fox acquisition also means that Disney finally controls the rights to the original Star Wars film, aka Star Wars Episode 4: A New Hope. A couple other things I'm gonna get at, but I'm gonna wait for after Daryl. Daryl, take it away. Pause for review. Why, thank you, Daryl. That was wonderful, and I agree with you on a lot of the things. In all honesty, because with this, I look at this going, yes, this is great. They own all of Marvel. They now have well, actually, there is an infograph out of what all Disney now or Disney what all movie rights are out there with Disney, with Marvel. Because back in the for those of you guys who don't know, And I'm still getting conflicting reports on one end, and that has to deal with the Fantastic Four, and it's why everyone talks about the Roger Corman Fantastic Four. But there's an infographic out, and it's on, comicbook.com. I'll have a link to it in the description of who owns what Marvel characters now. Now, this is where I'm a little bit confused because everyone's saying that they get the rights to Fantastic Four. There's another side company that owns the rights to the Fantastic Four. This was why the Roger Corman Fantastic Four movie was even a thing. So from what I know, it still sounds like it could be, but it looks like everyone's saying it's back at Marvel. But basically, the only thing Marvel does not own, film rights wise, is the Incredible Hulk and Namor the Submariner. So the characters associated with them. No, I know what you're saying, but Hulk's been in the Marvel movies. Mark Ruffalo has been doing a good job of playing the Hulk. Well, Universal still owns the film rights to. So, from what I understand with the deal, and it is a very complicated deal, if Marvel were to do a solo Hulk movie, Marvel would be putting in all the money, Universal would be making all the money. That's how I understand it. And that's an oversimplification of things. But then at the other side, you have Sony Pictures. Sony Pictures still owns the rights to Spider-Man and his franchise. And right now, what it looks like is the and this could change, but with how they have the infographic, a lot of Spider-Man's villains are strictly over at Sony. But then the core characters, Aunt May, the Kingpin, the Vulture, Mary Jane, J. Jonah Jameson, Shocker, they're being shared, I guess would be the best way to put it. We've talked about this on the ElseNerds a couple of times, from when it was first rumored to when they're like, oh, well, Comcast came in and then backed out and stuff like that, to what we have now. And my reaction is I do share a lot with Daryl. Yay! Marvel now has almost total control of their characters and all that. The downside is Marvel has control over all their characters. There is no safety net of, well, if they only had this character, then they could do it. The safety net of excuses is gone. And that's fine. The other thing is that in a deal that Fox had with another comic book company, I'm curious as to what that would be. This is also coming from comicbook.com. What does Disney's purchase of Fox mean for Boom Studios? Now, Boom Studios, if you don't know, was fantastic. Creator owned. Well, it's more along creator owned than just regular comic book, than a lot of other comic book studios. But Fox had Boom Studios already had a first look deal with Fox Movies and Television Studios, and Fox acquired a significant minority stake in Boom Studios earlier this year. The purchase gave Boom additional capital to greenlight more series and deepen its distribution channels, while helping Fox secure additional IPs for future products. It's notable that Boom co-owns the rights with its comics with creators, which differs from how other comic book studios do it. Fox has a number of Boom-related projects already in various stages of development, including Lumberjanes, Goldie Vance, Snowblind, The Empty Man, and Mouse Guard. Now, no one has said what this means. Does this mean that now Marvel essentially has a minority hold in Boom Studios? Does this mean that the is this gonna be one of the things that is spun out? It would make more sense for the film and TV side for it to be included in the deal because these are great titles and Disney as a whole could use them. Now, I don't think we're gonna see Lumberjanes as a Disney Pixar movie or anything like that, but we could see it, on Hulu or Netflix or even in, on network TVs, FX, FXX, um, any one of those type of programs to because it's, I mean, it's a great story. Same thing with a lot of these, Goldie Vance, Snowblind, The Empty Man, Mouse Guard. Um, the it's all very interesting with that part. Other people were asking, what does the Disney Fox deal mean for the movies like Deadpool or um the New Mutants or other movies like Logan that are rated R that have more adult themes and swear more and are clearly not for children. I look at this as um I'm less worried about this, mainly because of the fact that Marvel has an imprint or had an imprint for this for a while. It was called Marvel Knights. This is the area where they could swear, had, more sexual situations and stuff like that, but, less of the other way and stuff, less of the danger, as it were, of offending families with little kids. They could easily do this, a Marvel Knights thing where you could, the Punisher would be a perfect fit for that. Luke Cage and Jessica Jones would be good fits for this. With the way that the X-Men have been going with the, this New Mutants thing, that could be a Marvel Knights thing. Um, all in all, with this deal overall, I look at this as a good and a bad thing. Yes, this is a company being closer to world domination. With them, owning more stuff now. But at the same time, if this means we're gonna get more creativity, more good content from people and films, then I'm all for it. Um, when we talked about this on the ElseNerds, Beatmaster mentioned a couple things of, well, it's gonna kill it's gonna kill Fox Searchlight, which is included in the deal. Fox Searchlight is their what I always called the indie film branch of Fox. I don't see it being killed. Yes, there is an uphill battle with a little bit of that. I mean, because it's Disney would have to take a look and go, "Do we really need it?" But at the same time, it's one of those that I'm like, it's still good. It's still gonna be I mean, you could still get good, not necessarily awards, like Oscar bait awards, but you could get other things. There are other reasons to have this, some of my favorite movies are Fox Searchlight movies and all that. But I don't know, that's where I'm gonna leave it for today, for this. But I want your guys' opinions. What do you think about this whole deal about the Fox and Disney deal? Leave us a mail, mail at elsenerds.com, mail at gncast.com, I believe is the one for all of us here at the network. Um, but yeah, we will be back in a couple weeks with the more Else Nerds. And also, don't forget, Who Knew in Review is coming back here just before, or, in a little bit because of the Christmas special. Yes. Take care, everyone.